Hey folks, my guest today is Surbhi Rathore. She's the CEO and co-founder of Symbol.ai. The company's bringing to life her vision for a programmable platform that empowers developers and businesses to monitor, act, and comply with voice, video conversations at scale in their products and workflows without building their own in-house data science expertise. Surbhi, you ready to take us to the top?
Do it. Let's do it.
All right. I'm stoked that you're here. If people want to follow along, it's symbl.ai. Who are you selling to?
We're selling to developers and businesses that are really bullish on expanding their brand to go beyond communications and use the power of AI machine learning to build awesome next generation experiences that delights their users in conversations.
And how did you discover that this was a problem?
We were working in the conversation AI space, both me and my co-founder before at Amdocs, and continuously over and over again came across chatbots, but nothing for calls, which actually connects humans together. And we just wanted to put together a platform that enables and empowers people to maximize value information from human to human conversations and not just human to machine. And that's how we started.
Well, there's so much audio and video data like this being created every day. It's a powerful space to be in. What do you charge for this? What's the average customer paying you per month to use the tech?
So ACVs depend upon whether you're a developer or you're an enterprise doing committed volumes. You can just start pay as you go without any commitment, all the way from like 0.058 per minute, which is like super cheap for anyone to get started with all the capabilities, not just speech to text, but also intelligence, insights, analytics, all included.
You said 0.05 cents?
0.05, $0.05.
Yeah, so 5 cents.
Yeah, 5 cents.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, so all the way from 5 cents to all the way to committed volume deals of 100 to 100K, depending upon what's your tiers. So we charge based on volume and usage.
I see, and so the volume is quantified by minutes. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, and what about, is there a seat-based upsell motion or no?
Sorry?
Do you upsell based off number of seats or no?
No. So we truly believe in kind of like peanut butter your intelligence all over the products that you have. So you only pay based on usage, and irrespective of how many seats, how many products you apply, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's the number of minutes which are analyzed by the platform that people get charged on.
Okay. And interesting. I think if don't obviously name the customer, it's private information, but their largest account, are we talking like $100,000 ACV, or do you have a couple million?
More than that. Not a million, but $150,000, $200,000.
Wow. Okay. I mean, do you see a path to having, $1 million customers in 2022, 2023?
Absolutely. Super bullish about it, and actually talking to a few customers about that.
Really interesting. And so again, it's nice because you've natural upsell based off just number of minutes. It's really simple. Talk to me about day one. When did you guys launch the business?
May 2018.
May 2018. Okay. And how'd you get the first customer? Do you remember?
Yes, LinkedIn cold outreach.
Wow. What? Give me like the verbiage. What was the copy?
Nothing. It was, hey, we're building conversation intelligence system that will automate meeting notes out of your platform. Very, very focused on their particular use case that they were going to solve for. And got a meeting, took a phone call, followed by a meeting demo, and then boom, pilot signed.
Wow. Okay. That was number one. How many customers today?
Today we have customers in higher double digits.
Double digits, you said?
Higher double digits, yes.
When do you think you can pass 100?
Soon, probably first quarter of the next year.
Okay, so you're talking like 70, 80 customers and something like that.
Yeah.
Where are you getting new customers? Still LinkedIn outreach?
No. That was way back.
You never know. Sometimes it works,
Yeah, we focus a lot on generating content and just SEO, organic signups through developer hackathons, community events, all of that. So our entire motion is kind of like product-led acquisition. That's kind of what we do. So developers sign up on the platform, get activated, try. We see whether they are from which domains, are they activated, have they qualified from a product usage, and then either we reach out to them or get reached out by their product teams, and that's how we get connected on meetings with them.
Fascinating. And today, like across all your customers, how many, I don't know what the right word is, but how many minutes are you managing per month?
We are doing millions of minutes, and we've been doing that since I think the last 7-8 months, specifically once products matured post-COVID and implemented some of the key use cases that are giving value in accessibility, compliance, or call tracking, which are the most important ones. Since then, we've really taken off on the minutes consumption.
Are we talking like 3 million minutes a month or like 30 million minutes per month?
No, not 30 yet, between 5 to 10.
5 to 10. And how many, I want to get a sense of growth rate. How many more minutes are you adding per month?
I would say 20% is kind of like our average growth.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yes, which is why we raised the Series A.
Okay. So tell me about that. When was the Series A? How much?
Yeah. We just closed, I think a couple of weeks back, a 17 million Series A, which was led by Great Point Ventures. Really pumped to work with Really and got them from there. And they have scaled massive enterprise scale companies. So yeah, super pumped.
Mm-hmm. And why'd you need the capital? Because obviously there's dilution associated with it.
There is, and that's a great question, because like that's always something that we think about as entrepreneurs. Is like we take the capital for growth as opposed to really surviving. That has always been like one of our mottos, that we see an opportunity, it's already working. Can we double down on the investment in our developer evangelism or relations that we are doing? We're already writing pieces of content that's getting great traction. Can we actually do it 10x times? So things like that is always an opportunity of growth for companies. And I think timing is so critical based on where we are today, where businesses have started to realize that transcription is not good enough. They need something more than that. And like that's what we're bringing to the table, which makes this time really exciting.
Mm-hmm. And Surbhi, most folks, most of the deals I'm seeing today, at least folks that come on the show, the Series A's, folks are selling between 10 and 20% today. It's pretty standard. Were you guys sort of in the standard range, or do you do something weird?
No, standard range. Totally.
Standard range. Okay.
Yeah.
So did that, so that would be like 170 million to 250 million ish valuation. Did that feel right for you, or did you feel sort of that was high or low?
We did a 17. No, I mean, it wasn't the range that you're talking about. It was different.
Okay.
The icon.
Oh, sorry. I did that wrong. Sorry. It would
Yes.
it'd be between 100 and 200 million.
Yeah. So a little lesser than your lower range, the one that you just mentioned right now. But I think it was just a function of where we are as a company and what was our previous, because we got a pretty good multiplier based on our previous valuation.
Well, yeah. So what was the 4.7 that you raised in 2020, I think?
Yeah, it was a 4.7 million round that we did that time.
But I'm curious how much you grew valuation over the past like 18 months. Can you share that?
Like 4x.
4x. Okay, got it. So you were like 20 million valuation back in 2020.
Somewhere around that.
Interesting. Do you come from a bootstrap background? Did you bootstrap like your first company?
First company? What do you mean by that?
Well, no, I don't know if you had a first company. I'm just curious.
No.
Is this your first?
No, this is our first company. Yeah, it is. It is.
Wow. And who is we?
Me and my co-founder.
Well, like, how did you guys meet? Who are they?
We were Toshish. We were together in Amdocs, the same organization that we were working together on the product that we were really pumped to get to market, and then ideated same time, and then jumped ship.
So were you guys just peaceful at the start? You said, you know what, we'll just do 50-50 split.
Yes.
You should have fought for 60%. You know. Yeah, you say, you know what? I have more charisma. I'm doing all the podcast interviews. You know,
you haven't met him yet, so we'll take that for the next time, probably.
That's funny. I'm sure
I bet you'll go and tell him 60-40.
That's so funny. I'm sure he's a great guy. So, okay, cool. So you split 50-50 at the start. You're growing now. Now, a lot of founders that are, doing the kind of raises you're doing, they always ask me, Nathan, what's a standard ESOP pool that we should be setting up? I imagine you guys set one up. How much is your ESOP pool today?
We did a 10% at our previous rounds, but this round specifically, we set up actually 15%. We set up a higher ESOP one at this time because this is a great time to get awesome people in the company. And we wanted to make sure not just we get great people inside, but also incentivize the people which are inside the company. It's really important that people inside the company continue to get their ESOPs refreshed, I think, as with their years of contribution. And we have some awesome people that have completed 2 years, 3 years.
Wow.
In the organization. So
how many folks full time now?
54.
Wow. Okay. And what's the split between, like, how many engineers?
80% engineers still. We are just building out our go-to-market team, which is a big thing that we took on after our Series A. That was one of the biggest motivations of investment, that those dollars. 80% is engineering, and 60% of the overall company actually is in India. So we are split between India and Seattle. So yeah, 65% in India, 35% in the US.
Which part India? Pune, Chennai, Bangalore?
Pune. Yeah. Pune. So Pune is majority of the team. We have some people in Bangalore, some people in New Delhi. And here in the US, we are mainly centered in Seattle, and we have some people in the Bay Area, some people in Boulder, so kind of split like that.
That's amazing. And then going back to, I know I asked you what like highest customers are and sort of total number of minutes per month, but what would you say like the sweet spot is? What's the average customer paying you per month?
I think 30 to 40K is like a great area for people to kind of get started.
ACV, annual.
Yeah. And that way it's very comfortable for them to get started by that amount and start seeing the value at a very small percentage of conversation data they have, and then go from there and keep incrementing it. There are some folks which already know the use cases, and they usually start at 200K above because they exactly know how to start. This is the volume that I want to implement, and that's how I go ahead and get started. But for the folks that are trying to experiment with the use cases, for them that is a good sweet spot.
Yep. So, I mean, we can take $40,000 ACV, 70-ish customers. I mean, you guys are doing like 250 grand a month right now in revenue, something like that.
I cannot disclose that information at all.
I'm just multiplying your numbers.
I did not share the previous numbers and the later numbers. So yeah.
No, you did share though. You did share those numbers. You said you had something between 50 and 100 customers and a $40,000 average. Yeah, we can multiply, right?
But those 50 to 100 are split in between pay as you go, committed volumes all across.
Okay, so 40,000 is not an average then.
Yeah, I mean, average across committed customers, not across pay-as-you-go customers. Those are the two different kind of customers that we have. So developers which are already upgrading from the platform, they sign up for a different amount because they are just experimenting. And then these are the other customers that basically we sign committed volume deals with. It's a pretty similar Twilio model. So there's a base revenue and that there's a variable revenue.
You can't be far though, Surbhi, from a $3 million run rate. You've got to be flirting with it.
I cannot disclose that information. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a pain here, but yeah, no.
What revenue multiple, you shared valuation on the Series A. I'm curious because I like these benchmarks like 10x, 20x, 50x. What was the revenue multiple?
Revenue multiple was, 50x.
50.
Yeah.
Does it make you nervous growing into that valuation or no, you're ready for it?
No, totally ready for it. I think it's a lot about the opportunity that lies in front of us that we can tap into. It was all a function of manpower. Like this round was so exciting because we had a bunch of pipeline, but no one to actually, we have literally one sales guy. Like that's insane. And we grew from like $0 in revenue to where we are right now over the last kind of like 12 months. Which is why it was really
so you had no revenue this same time in 2020?
At 2020, same time, we were doing like peanuts.
Like $5K a month?
Yeah, we had customers a little more than that. We had customers that was with us from a beta customer standpoint, but we only launched our platform post-COVID. That's when we actually became live from a self-service perspective. We did not have a self-service function after COVID.
I see.
So all this growth that we have come across is over the last 12 to 14 months.
Yeah. Your cap table must be like pretty messy though. I mean, right? Because you did like 120 grand pre-seed round back in February of 2019. Then you did another 1.8 million pre-seed, I think in September of 2019, right?
Yeah. So 1.8 million included the 120K that we got from Techstars. So our 1.8 million was our first round that we did. That was the first price round that we did.
Oh, okay. And that was what, like a 10 cap, something like that?
Yeah.
Interesting. And Techstars standard deal, I think is what, 120K for 7%?
That's right. Yeah, 6%. Yeah.
6% for 120. Interesting. And that was Seattle?
Yeah, that was Seattle.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah,
Talk to me.
Actually, we were in the Bay Area and we moved to Seattle just for Techstars.
Smart. Oh, that's very cool. Real quick, I'm trying to get more founders to do this pay-as-you-go model like you're doing because your net dollar retention can go through the freaking roof. When you look at your last 12 months, I assume you guys are well above 100% NDR.
Yeah, 125.
Well, interesting. I bet you guys could get up to like 150, 160.
Yeah, we want to do at least 132 by the end of next quarter. That's our objective.
Is that like the key thing when you're pitching the Series A? Is that one of the key metrics?
That is absolutely.
Yeah. What was the second most important metric?
Dollar.
Just like revenue growth.
Yeah, absolutely. Revenue growth is an important number for us. And obviously, number of developers on the platform. I think that also is really critical.
All right, Surbhi, let's wrap up with the famous 5 here. Number 1, favorite business book?
Hard Things About Hard Things.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Jennifer Tejada, PagerDuty.
Ah, yes. Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building the business?
Notion.
And number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
6.
6. Okay, that's not horrible. And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
I am married. My husband lives in Sydney, Australia.
Oh, wow. Okay. Any kids?
No.
Okay. And do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 34.
34. Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 20.
Start a company right now. Don't wait until you're 32.
Guys, Symbol.ai helping you guys make more sense of all the video data you're capturing during COVID, post-COVID, organize it, pay per minute, analyze. They've got over, call between 50 and 100 customers already on the platform, scaling nicely, doing like 5-10 grand a month in revenue like a year ago, now well over that. Did a $17 million Series A recently at a 50x revenue multiple. She's going to hate that I'm saying this, but if it's a 50x multiple and an 80 million valuation because they sold 10 to 20%, that we can back into revenue of about 1.5 million run rate about a year ago, she's going to smile and hate me for that. She can't comment, but check them out. I'm very bullish on these guys. Surbhi, thank you for taking us to the top.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nathan.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers. They try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.